Trust me when I say that during university, there are so many things that I could have improved on, from my grooming routine, to the clothes I wear, to how I look after my teeth. And when it comes to glowing up, it really is the small things that make such a big difference. This video you're about to watch is the one I really wish I had 5 to 8 years ago when I just started university. So stick around for the rest of the video and I promise you, your life and grooming routine will be changed in some way or form. I promise you that. What is going on, guys? My name is Kenji and welcome back to my channel. Hopefully it's not the first time you're watching one of my videos, but just in case it is, I'm a doctor working in London. And in this video, I'll be taking you guys through 9 simple tips that you can implement right now in under 5 minutes for less than £10 in order to improve your confidence, health, and dating life as well. So let's start off the video by talking about one of the most important things, which is looking after your skin and skincare. Now, unfortunately, when I was in university, I did not have the best skin. I went from looking like this to looking like this, and now thankfully with the right treatment and the right care for my skin, I rarely ever get a spot, and if I do, it's the odd 1 or 2 spots here and there. And the skin that I had wasn't for hormonal reasons. I was like 20, 21, 22 years old. It was purely because of the fact that I didn't actually have a skincare routine to look after my skin. And trust me when I say, guys, especially when you get older, I'm 27 years now, almost 28 actually, your skin is super important, and it's the first thing that you show the entire world, and it's one of the most important things when it comes to your confidence and how you feel about yourself, generally speaking. When you reach 28 years old like me, what you really want to do is to try and minimize the amount of scarring and damage to your skin that you can possibly have. And this all starts by having a good skincare routine, no matter what age you are. Even if you're 14, 15, 16 years old, that is a time to then start preparing and preventing damage to your skin by things like acne and bacteria. So hopefully this tip can prevent you from getting that. And it's something you can apply literally for less than 5 minutes a day. And the first thing you want to be doing is, if you have any sort of acne, maybe some psoriasis or eczema or any sort of skin condition that you have on your face or just generally in your body, start off by seeing a doctor. That's the number one thing. When it came to me, I actually did not really notice or even care about my skin that much until I started working and doing research in a dermatology lab. And it's not until I met dermatologists who became my friends and who started suggesting treatments for me that I actually went to see my GP, who then started me on some treatments to look after my skin. Now, the acne that I had was over one side of my face, and it actually was mildly red and inflamed. Now, this is not medical advice. Please go and see your family doctor, your GP or dermatologist. But in my case, they prescribed me with a topical benzoyl peroxide and adapalene treatment. And as well as that, they also gave me a topical antibiotic cream because I had some inflammation to the area. And that literally in the span of a couple of weeks actually took most of my acne away. However, a few months later, unfortunately, it came back. And it wasn't until I went back to see my doctor again that this time they prescribed me with an oral antibiotic. Because the inflammation was so bad, they then gave me an oral antibiotic as well as other topical agents in order to treat that acne. And in a few months' time, or actually a matter of weeks, my skin completely cleared up and made a huge difference to my life and my confidence. Now, once you actually treat the problem you have, like for example the acne that I have, there's no point actually doing that unless you're actually fixing the problem that is causing that issue, which was the acne that I had. So no matter what sort of skin condition you have, whether it's dry skin or acne, what you want to do is make sure that you're looking after your skin in the best ability by having a skincare routine. And I'll quickly take you guys through what I do on a daily basis. Now, every single morning, I always start off by cleansing my skin. And very simply, you can use your hand, clean hands, of course, and water. You can also use a facial scrubber like this one I have over here. This is one that I use, and it's a sort of silicone brush that I use to my face, which I absolutely love. I also use a cleanser. Now, you can use whatever cleanser you want. I personally use this from CeraVe. It's a hydrating cleanser, not sponsored. None of these products are sponsored, by the way, but it's a hydrating, moisturizing cleanser that is really good at hydrating my skin, but also getting rid of all of the oily bacteria and all the things I don't want on my face to be there. Now, that is really, really important. And once you actually clean your face, what you want to then do is hydrate your face. Now, why do we hydrate our face? We hydrate our face to ensure that no cracks form in our skin. We want to have a nice, smooth and hydrated barrier to our skin so that it's nice and strong and there are no cracks. Because if you have dry skin, then what will happen is your skin will start to crack, leaving in areas for bacteria to go straight through your skin. Now, the moisturizer I use again is by CeraVe. Again, these are all really cheap. I think this is about £5 or £6. The other one is £5 or £6 as well. And this is really, really good. I also mix that with a SPF lotion. So this here is from Eucerin and it's SPF 50. Again, super important to actually look after your skin from the sun. The sun is really damaging to your skin, and it can also cause wrinkles and destroy all of the collagen in your skin, and that's what causes aging, which we don't want. Now, also, if I ever get any breakouts of acne anywhere in my skin, I also have this adapalene gel. I think you can buy this over the counter, but it's different. It's adapalene, and again, that is just to treat any local acne that may pop up in time. These are all super cheap. I'll leave links to them down below. They all cost maybe £5 per product, and that's all you need to do morning and night. In the night, I do the exact same thing, but I don't apply any SPF, and that really has changed the game. I may make a separate video when it comes to skincare because this is a whole separate topic, but the first thing to actually improve your game, improve your glow up, is to look after your skin. Now, the second step to improve your glow up is to actually dress better. I highly recommend that you actually shop in better shops that provide good quality clothes. Now, I'm not saying go and spend loads of money on Louis Vuitton or Gucci. I'm really not saying that. When I was in university, what I really wished I did, even before university when I was in school, is rather than buying 3 £10 Primark tops, which were not the best quality and didn't look the best, I wish I used that money and actually invested it in buying one top from a nice shop like Uniqlo that will last me a lot longer and it will look a lot better for a longer amount of time. And also, Uniqlo and these other shops that I'll mention later on tend to be more stylish. I really wish I had that thought and made the right investment. Trust me when I say that it's worth spending a few more pounds extra to get better quality material, better colors, better style, and clothes that will generally last you a lot longer than places like Primark or any other high fashion place. One small thing you can also start doing, which I wish I did a long time ago, is also to pay a little bit more attention to your fashion. Now, I'm not saying be vain and go and subscribe to a bunch of, fashion influencers. I'm not saying that at all. However, what you also can do is just subscribe to 1 or 2 people on Instagram who have a sort of, style and a sort of fashion that suits you and something you want to grow into and develop into. I, for one, follow a number of YouTubers who just talk about the different fashion styles that they are into. What I'm really into right now is the old money aesthetic, and you can just literally follow 1 or 2 people and just pay a bit more attention when it comes to your fashion and what suits you and what makes you feel happy and healthy. And then when you go into a shop, you can pick the style that matches you. To give you guys a few examples of where you can shop to actually get this sort of clothes I'm talking about is Uniqlo. Pretty much my whole entire wardrobe right now is replaced by Uniqlo, and the reason why is that they're not actually that expensive. You can get a nice shirt for like £20, but the quality is amazing. I've actually had stuff that I bought in Uniqlo in Japan for over 10 years and the quality still remains, and they generally tend to be quite fashionable as well. Another choice you can also look into is Zara. So this top I'm wearing right now is a nice sort of fitted top. I think I spent about £15 on this t-shirt. Zara, the quality doesn't tend to be as good as other places like Uniqlo. You may need to buy 1 or 2 pairs of the same thing. However, generally speaking, the style in Zara tends to be quite good. It tends to be quite fashionable as well, and also not going to break your bank. So spend a few more pounds extra and pay a little bit more attention, and I promise you it will be worth it. Now, the next thing that I highly recommend you guys do is to look after your body. Now, I'm not just talking about going to the gym. I mean generally looking after your body. This is probably the most important tip that you can take away on this video, because it's not just about how you look in general, it's also about your health. Now, can you imagine if you were told that this is the only car, this Ferrari or this Honda or whatever, this is the only car that you will be able to drive for the rest of your life? For the next 18-90 years, you will not have another car. Can you imagine how much you'll be looking after that car? And that really is the same case when it comes to our bodies. This is the vessel that carries us around all day and will be carrying us around for the rest of our lives, and that is super important. And a lot of people, and definitely me when I was a lot younger, think that the best way to impress someone is to have a nice car. I remember when I was 18 years old and I saved like £700 to buy a Vauxhall Corsa, and I thought that that will, attract people towards me, attract friends, attract, partners. And that simply, to me right now, is just not the case, and I don't really believe in that anymore. The number one thing you can actually do for yourself, but also if you're looking to attract a partner or do a bit of dating, is to look after your body. And the reason for that is that this is the first thing that people see. This is the first thing that you also see. This is the vessel, the temple that carries you around the whole entire earth. And having a good and healthy physique, what that means, what that shows, it shows resilience. It shows hard work. It shows dedication. It shows sacrifice. It says so much about you. If you have a good, healthy physique, it says 1,000 words about you. And a car doesn't necessarily do that, A car could have been bought by finance, that, the bank owns a car and you're just paying it back monthly. It could be owned by, your dad or your mum. It could be someone else's car. It could be a present or a gift that was gifted to you. That doesn't necessarily show the hard work and dedication that is shown by having a good and healthy body. And if you're watching this video, the chances are that you're probably in university or in your early 20s. And I promise you now, hands down, this is the most amount of time that you will ever have in your life to improve your health and improve your body. I promise you, when you start working, if you become a doctor or whatever field you go into, you're not going to have that much time. Your time is going to be eaten away. Your energy is going to be eaten away. And you will have a lot less time to actually improve your body than you will do today when you're in university. I promise you that. And then when one day you actually graduate and you get a job and you're working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, all you have to do is to maintain that physique that you already have. And if you don't necessarily go to gym 6 days a week, then going to gym 3 days a week will still give you that improvement while also maintaining the physique that you invested time building during your university career. Right now, as a doctor, I will be so lucky if I get 4 or 3 times going to the gym per week or working out or doing something for my body because I work so much. I was probably in the best shape in my early 20s when I was like 23. I literally look back at my photos these days and I'm like I wish I looked like that right now because of how much I have to work. However, it is a lot easier to maintain the physique that I developed whilst I was in university. And also, if you're wearing clothes, you will automatically look better in any clothes you wear by having a good and healthy body as well. And the amazing thing is, you don't need money. You don't have to be rich to look after your body. You don't even need a fancy gym. The gym I go to costs like £22 a month. It's one of those 24-hour gyms, and it doesn't have to break the bank. You can go for a jog every single day. You can do push-ups at home. You don't necessarily need to have enough money or loads of money in order to look after your health, and that is the beauty of it. Tying in with going to the gym as well, one thing you can do right now today is to also look after your diet. If you're in university, like when I was in university, I did not have any money. I did not have much money at all. So when I saw these £3 meal deals with 8 chicken strips and chips in the University of Birmingham down the road where I used to live, that sounded like a great idea because I had no money. Like, that was my treat of the week for me. But trust me, invest in a good diet as well. Pay a little bit more money for rice and chicken and salad. And combined with the gym, I promise you in a few years' time, you will thank yourself for that. Honestly, one of my biggest regrets in university, when I look back on photos right now, is not understanding how I managed to get my hair cut every 6, 7, 8 weeks. Now, don't judge me, I am getting my haircut tomorrow. And now I get my haircut a lot more often. But back in university, getting my haircut once every 2 months just did not make sense. This is something that you can implement right now, whether you're a girl or a boy. If you're a boy, right now, just stop what you're doing, please. Go onto your calendar and set a recurring reminder or a recurring calendar event every 2 to 3 weeks to get your haircut. For me right now, every 2 weeks, my barber knows this time slot, I will be there. I will come get my haircut every 2 weeks, like rain or shine, I will do it. Again, it's on your head, like your skin. This is the first thing that you see in the morning, the first thing that other people see. And it's also super important because it's setting time aside for yourself. It's looking after your body, looking after your mind, going to do something you enjoy, like relaxing, getting your haircut, getting your beard shaved or whatever. It's doing something for you that is really important and that will give you that extra confidence. And if you're a girl, it's the same thing. I think my partner gets her hair cut every 3 or 4 months or something. Go into your calendar and book a similar recurring event so you remember to do that. Or it might be threading your eyebrows or whatever it might be. And this does not have to break your bank. When I was in university, the first thing I do when I move to a new location every single year would be to find the cheapest barber out there possible. And I actually found a barber that would cost me £5 per haircut, which is crazy to think about now in today's day and age. £5 is all it costs to cut my hair. As well as that, during lockdown, because all the barbers were closed, I learned how to cut my own hair. I literally have the clippers right now that I still use from time to time if I needed to. You can go on YouTube right now if you don't have any money and learn how to cut hair. Even till today, when let's say I'm on night shifts or I'm super busy or it's Sunday and I really need a haircut and my barber's closed, I will literally bring out those clippers and I'll just give myself a quick trim to last me a few days until I actually become free enough to go and see my barber. You can implement this right now and it will take your game to another level, I promise you that. Now, on the topic of hair, that also includes the rest of the hair on your body. So for ladies, that might be, waxing or shaving, or it might be waxing your upper lip. I don't know what you girls do. I'm not a girl, I can't speak for women, but I imagine there is some hair that you want to look after in your body. Now for men, that tends to be your facial hair. And what I recommend is to actually invest in something that allows you to look after your facial hair really easily. So for me in university, I think it was second year, I actually invested in one of these sort of Philips shavers. It has different sort of clips here that allow you to set the sort of length you want. And it also allows you to do nearly a clean shave as well. When I want a proper, clean shave with no hair at all, this I bought for about £7-8 on Amazon. It's a Braun shaver. It's a foil shaver, so it literally cuts all of the hair off as if you've shaven with an actual razor blade. That costs again like £8 or £9, and this one costs about £15-20. These are literally all you need if you're a guy, if you want to look after your hair. Now, the reason why I say make an investment into one of these things is because when I was in university, I would literally either have two options. One, I grow it out completely, or two, I shave it all completely and, scratch myself and cut myself in the process because it's a razor blade. Sometimes you want to, vary how you look. You may want some stubble on a particular day. Maybe you want to be clean shaven. Maybe you want it to grow out a bit longer. The point is you need these things to actually know what style matches you, and you can vary your style depending on the occasion. If you're going to maybe a ball and you need to be very smart, you may want a clean shave. If you're going to work or you want to look more, older or whatever, you can then choose to have a bit of stubble. It's up to you, but the point is to try and find something that matches you. And by the way, that also includes shaving where the sun don't shine, if you know what I'm saying. The next point, again, super important, and I did not learn this, unfortunately, until a very late stage, and that is dental hygiene and looking after your teeth. Now, again, don't judge me. One of my few icks, and for a lot of people as well, is bad teeth and bad breath as well. Your teeth and your dentition are also really important for your general health. Now, as a doctor, I know that poor dentition and poor oral health actually increases your risks of getting infective endocarditis, which is a heart condition. So your teeth are very, very important when it comes to maintaining your overall health, and it also affects your gut microbiota. So please look after your teeth. Now, again, stop the video where you are, go onto your phone, go into your calendar and set a recurring event every 6 months to book yourself a dental hygiene appointment. Right now, I'm actually due for my next dental hygiene appointment, which was about 6 months ago, and I can already see the plaque building up on my teeth. That is going to happen regardless, but what you can do is prevent the amount of plaque that builds up in your mouth. And the way that I highly recommend you guys do this is super simple. Number one, buy an electric toothbrush. Why is an electric toothbrush actually important? So really for 2 or 3 reasons. The first reason is that it actually brushes better than a normal toothbrush. Mine in particular goes left and right like this really fast. You have other ones that spin in a circle. That's the first reason. The second and most important reason actually is that it actually has an inbuilt timer. Now the timer actually beeps every 30 seconds. So I know to rotate around the different angles of my mouth, and I know to actually stop brushing at 2 minutes because it tells me so. A lot of the time people actually brush for a minute or a minute and a half, but less than 2 minutes. And that's not exactly ideal. Mine cost me about £30 on Amazon. It charges with USB Type-C. It hasn't died in the last 4 or 5 months, so the battery lasts super long. And this is really, really important and super easy to do. And dear God, please, please, please make sure that you're flossing every single day. Now, I mean literally every day, once a day at least, normally in the evenings. The reason being is that your brush will not get into all of the crevices and all the holes in your entire mouth. So it's very important to floss at least once a day. Recently, I also implemented one of these tongue scrapers. I got this on Temu for like £1 or something. Tongue scrapers, again, limited evidence on this, but I definitely feel like it makes a difference in my breath. I just scrape my tongue and that will just clear off any leftover food or bacteria. And that has also been really good in my dental hygiene routine. And if you do these few things, it will really improve the quality of your teeth. And every 3 to 6 months when you go and see your dental hygienist, they will look after all the other places that you cannot reach with these tools here. But please spend £30-35. I promise you it'll make a huge difference. Now, the last thing that I want to discuss here is to try your best to smell better. And this is really easy by getting something you probably already use, like a perfume and deodorant. I know most of you, 99% of you will already have this, but there's going to be that 1% of you guys that don't use either. Now, deodorants, firstly, I personally don't like using these spray ones. I feel like it's a bit toxic to my lungs when I breathe in. That's me personally. So I use one of these natural ingredient roll-ons every single day, at least once a day. And that is super important to prevent any bacteria buildup, but also to just smell generally better, especially if you're doing sports as well. The second thing, really important, is to go to your nearest perfume shop, like Boots, Go into Boots, try out a different scents, and find one that suits you. Maybe bring your friend, your partner, whoever, and ask them their opinion and see whatever one suits you. You don't have to buy 1 million and spend like £200 on that super expensive brand. You can literally spend like £15. The one that I was using during university was that Calvin Klein, I think it was called like CK1 or something. I'd buy it in the airport duty free for like £15. Sometimes it's on offer for like £10, and I just stick to one. That's literally it. And if you have more money when you graduate and get a job, you can buy 2 or 3. You can maybe treat yourself to one for your birthday or for Christmas, or ask your partner or your mum to just give you one as a present. And that's all you need. Like literally spray it on every single day. Slap on a deodorizer as well. A deodorant, I mean. I promise you, people around you will notice, and they'll be like, the best comment you can ever get is when someone's like, oh, you smell nice. That always gasses me up. And that pretty much is it. The only last thing I want to mention is that, guys, get a driving license. You know, it's important for guys and girls, but speaking for myself as a man, if you want to just glow up, you don't have to have a car, but just get a driving license. It's a nice thing. Trust me when I say that. It's a huge investment. It's like having a passport. Get yourself a driving license and learn how to drive, and that also will serve you really, really well. So I'm going to stop there, guys. I hope this has been helpful in some way or form. Even if you've taken one thing away, if I only get one view on this video, I do not care. If only one of you guys has benefited and picked up one thing that you can change in your routine to improve your health, your confidence, how you feel about yourself, your mental health, then my job here will be done. Leave a comment for any questions you have or any suggestions or any follow-up videos about this topic. I was really looking forward to filming this. I feel really passionate about filming this video because there's a lot that I wish I knew when I was 18, 19, 22, and there's a lot I could have changed. But we're here now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Leave a like, make sure you subscribe with notifications on to never miss another upload. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.